Here.
Mark Dambley. Here. Tom Ellis. Here. Rob Fox. Okay, Kevin Johnson. Ober Knoble. Bill Leonard. Debbie Mailer. I see Rob Fox now. Dan Muroff.
Here.
Esteban Vera. And Martina White. I see you guys all on the screen, so Martina I know is there. Rob Fox is there. John Cordisco is there.
I am here.
Great. Welcome, everybody. Let's start off with the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. Again, thanks everybody for joining us. Please note that the board met in executive session just prior to the meeting to discuss legal matters. As we head into the holiday season, we have some good news to report. First, the board today will vote on a new contract for SEPTA transit workers. I want to thank the negotiators on both sides for focusing on an agreement that is fair to our hardworking employees and responsible to customers and taxpayers who fund this authority. It's also notable that we were able to reach this agreement without any service disruptions. The pandemic has been a reminder of just how important SEPTA is for the essential travel in this city and region. And we need to be there every day for our customers as we move through this recovery. I'm also happy to report some good news about funding. As you may have heard, the new federal infrastructure bill is going to give SEPTA some much needed funding for capital improvements. And we just found out yesterday that SEPTA will receive a $15 million grant to overhaul 2 trolley stations, which gives our overall trolley modernization effort a big boost. We often talk about SEPTA's funding challenges, and there's still a lot to be done, but I want to thank our congressional delegation for their advocacy and unwavering support for SEPTA and transportation. And with all these big funding developments in the federal level, we know that SEPTA is going to be well represented because Leslie Richards has been elected. Hey, you put this in here today? This is great. Wait a second. Oh, ooh. All right. Because Leslie Richards has been elected to be a member of the SEPTA Executive Committee. Yay. That'll be fodder for a long time. Leslie, you've been a long, important voice in the conversation, my eyes are going bad, surrounding transportation funding and policy, and we're proud to see you get this national recognition. It is a good move for us, and you bring a lot of experience from all your past experience, so thank you. And we'll move on to the minutes. The first item on the agenda is the approval of the minutes of the October 28th regular board meeting. These minutes have been circulated. I'll entertain a motion to approve the minutes.
So moved.
Second, any questions?
Aye.
The minutes are adopted. Rich Burnfield will now give us the financial.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Passenger revenue for the month of September was $800,000 above budget. Ridership continues to increase from pre-COVID transit levels, with transit at approximately 52% of pre-COVID levels and regional rail ridership at 39% of pre-COVID levels. In addition, advertising revenue was over budget by $700,000. For the month, operating expenses exceeded budget by $1.4 million. With federal COVID relief funding continuing to provide operating assistance, SEPTA was able to operate with a balanced budget for the month and for the first 4 months of fiscal '22. That concludes my report, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Rich. I'll entertain a motion that the financial report be received and filed.
So moved.
Second. Hearing none, I'll call the question. All those in favor say aye.
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 Keep going off, guys. The financial report is received and filed. Please note that all written comments and voicemail messages have been received and will be included in the official board meeting transcript, which will then be posted to the SEPTA website. No speakers? Really? Slow week? Okay. Then we'll move on to the consent calendar, which consists of appointment of Octagon Credit Investors as an investment manager for the SEPTA pension plan, authorization to enter in a professional services contract. I keep getting a blank spot in my glasses here. It's a professional services contract with Consova Inc. to complete employee and retirement dependent benefits eligibility audits, award of contracts pursuant to request for proposals, memorandum of agreement by and between SEPTA and the Transport Workers Union of America, AFL-CIO Transport Workers Union of Philadelphia Local 234 governing the City Transit Division. Memorandum of Agreement by and between SEPTA and the Transport Workers Union of America, AFL-CIO Transport Workers Union of Philadelphia Local 234 governing the Suburban Transit Division. Memorandum of Agreement by and between SEPTA and the Transport Workers Union of America, AFL-CIO, Transport Workers Union of Philadelphia Local 234, governing the Frontier Transit Division. Authorization to award contracts for various procurements, award of contracts for sole source procurements, and authorization to execute change orders and amendments. All the items on the consent calendar have been reviewed by the appropriate board committees in public session. I'll entertain a motion to adopt these resolutions.
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any abstentions? Hearing none, I'll call the question. All those in favor say aye. Aye. The resolutions
Aye.
are adopted. Report of the newly appointed executive APTA member. Leslie.
Thank you. As promised, with the Thanksgiving holiday coming up next week, my report this month is going to focus on gratitude. And I'm going to start with the board. And so I want to thank you, Mr. Chairman, and the members of the board for approving the TWU contract today. The men and women of Local 234 deserve a fair and respectful contract for the work they do every day. And what they have done during this pandemic has been extraordinary. I'm so pleased that we were able to make that happen and settle before the contract deadline. I'm grateful for the many partners we have working with us to keep our customers safe as everyone comes back and as they travel on our system. Partners include our own employees, the police, other law enforcement agencies, PA Now, Philadelphia Now, that's the national organization of women, our social service partners, and elected officials. They've all contributed to the plan outlined last month to enhance physical safety in stations and on vehicles. I want to also acknowledge our incredible scope partners who are working to help us address the vulnerable population with compassion and empathy. They include our social workers, Project Home, and Sister Mary Scullion, who has been and was a special guest yesterday at our employee town hall, and who is a partner in the Hub of Hope. I also want to thank the municipalities who work with us every day to help find solutions to help marginalized people. I'm appreciative of the infrastructure spending package that was signed into law this week. And as the chairman said, I'm grateful to the Southeast Pennsylvania Congressional Delegation for their support of it. The funding increases for transit in the Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Act, coupled with continued support from our state and local partners, will allow SEPTA to advance critical state of good repair priorities. We can also move forward with our projects of regional significance, including trolley modernization, King of Prussia Rail, and replacing one of the nation's oldest rail vehicle fleets. As we look back to where we were last year at this time, I'm grateful that we seem to be finding our way forward from the pandemic. More people are getting vaccinated, and we are also seeing a slow but gradual uptick in our ridership. I'm hopeful that we will continue on this path. Every month, we try to highlight employees, and I would like to get to some important employee recognition, and that's with our Video and Evidence Department. These employees make us proud, and I am very thankful to them as well. Video is one of the largest and most important sources of evidence available to our Transit Police Department and even to our legal team. Many hours of evidence are recorded daily, and that video is retrieved by a group of frontline employees who retrieve all of that data. They are meticulous in the handling of these videos and expeditious when a case is time sensitive. The pandemic and the malware attack caused some major challenges and setbacks for this 14-member group, where safety is always their #1 priority. Jody Strickland, who leads the department, says her analysts who were once able to retrieve video incidents electronically must now physically retrieve every video incident that is classified as retrievable. There are daily visits to districts and lots of boarding of SEPTA vehicles. There are 2,933 equipped vehicles and 112 stations from which the video team downloads video. So today, I'd like to highlight we have 5 people representing the Video and Evidence Department. If they would come forward, please. We have William Marchesani, Gregory Cuneo, Jerry Farmer, Kiaria Gaskins, and Adri Mobley. As I mentioned, this is a 14-member group, and we're very happy to have these 5 members with us today. So on behalf of the board and all of SEPTA, I want to thank you for the work that you do. We have seen how critical video is in solving crimes and day-to-day police work. You and your team are a huge part of our safety efforts here at SEPTA. Thank you so much. I'd like to wish everybody a safe and healthy holiday, and that concludes my report, Mr. Chairman.
I will say you left one of the important functions. How much money do these guys save us every year, Gino, in liability claims?
Lots.
Yeah, you guys are the MVPs on the financial side too, Ghost,
Mhm,
and safety,
mhm.
so thank you for all you do.
Really
All right, I
appreciate
think
it.
we have a couple speakers. Alex Davis, you're on.
Oh, okay.
Mr. Davis, there you go.
Yep. Hi there. I'm a member of Fitsquare, and I'm also the person who sang the song in July about SEPTA service alerts. I want to start by saying how impressed I am by the initiative shown in the wayfinding overhaul. This is a massive step toward making SEPTA less confusing. To that end, I urge you to extend that same bold spirit to fixing wayfinding's evil twin of confusion, the service alert system. To be frank, this is an area where SEPTA tolerates a level of dysfunctionality not seen in any peer transit authority. Here are some examples, all of which I have witnessed multiple times. Alternate schedule alerts often fail to provide the alternate schedule, and opposite side boarding alerts often fail to specify which side. Bus detours are always encoded in turn-by-turn list form, while Google Maps will keep the route as normal. In fact, it is a rare occurrence when all of SEPTA's alert outlets are in agreement with each other. I've seen schedule updates create duplicate trips. I've seen alerts only get posted on the last day of a service change and then remain there for a week, confusing people further. I've even seen track work alerts tell riders to, quote, be alert and run across the tracks if their train happens to come on the other side. And that is assuming an alert even gets posted at all, because it usually doesn't. I and everyone I have talked to about this see wrong maps, wrong schedules, and wrong labels nearly every ride, nearly every time we look at the app. But when we report the errors, most never get fixed or even get a response. The sad truth is that SEPTA's 500,000 regular riders have learned not to expect better. But SEPTA can do better. With SEPTA still at half its 2019 ridership, the stress and confusion imposed on would-be riders by SEPTA's alert system is needless, meaningless, and purely self-inflicted. And I say this in a spirit of collaboration because I know that there is nobody who doesn't want this chronic tech problem fixed, and I know we have what it takes to make it happen soon. Thank you.
Leslie, who can reach out to them and go through that, these things?
Yeah, absolutely. We are working on those things, and we'll give them an update, and trust us, we want to be better. Scott, do you want to just comment on something quickly?
No, I can follow up on that. I'll get the information from Carol.
Okay, so
Okay.
Scott Sauer will be following up. Thank you very
Okay.
much.
All right,
No,
thank
thank
you,
you.
Mr. Davis. Move on to Kelvin Carrington. Kelvin? Nope. What's going on here? You're coming in person. This is great.
Okay, good afternoon, board, everyone, members of the riding public. I was recently made aware on the last day of the survey done through the Monkey survey system about what you do or don't like about riding SEPTA. And there were a lot of questions, but I think you left off the most important question, is what would eliminating bus stops for using every other block to stop or eliminating bus routes actually do to the riding public? As a 70-year-old with some health problems and watching other folks, every other block for a bus stop would be a hardship. And I think that question was left off of the survey. I think it should be included. Plus, The survey was not widely publicized, and there is a rumor out that this is part of the plan to eliminate bus stops. And I don't think this should be done without some news coverage so that more people can voice their opinion. I just ran up and down the hallway.
Take your time.
So pretty much, this is my comment for today. I want to see some more publicity if this is what y'all are working on. Because if y'all do this, especially with the winter coming on, it would be a total disaster. Okay, thank you for your time.
Thank you, Mr. Carey. Jody, can you follow up with them after the meeting and kind of go through where the concerns are and where we're at?
Sure.
Is that,
I can follow up.
it's under your purview with the bus plan?
The Bus Revolution is a planning effort to look at how we can make our lines more, run more frequently and be less confusing to people. But the implementation of that would not be starting until 2023. And I can follow up
Yeah, why don't you
afterwards.
just follow up after the meeting and see where his concerns are? Let's see if we
Yeah.
can address some of them. Great. Thank you, Jody. We have one more comment here from Murray Irving, the president of the FOTP, the Transit Police. He's unavailable to speak today, but has submitted a statement that will be shared with the board and staff. I think it's at your desks now. So before I adjourn, wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving. Thank you for all your efforts today. And if there's no other comments, then I'll ask for a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Aye.
Aye. We're adjourned. Can you fix my switch, Mark? Turn here.